Yeah, me, what I do, I show you what I do. I show you how we utilize everything that we do in goat farming. My reasons, or the reason why I do that, I don't want to I don't want to leave anybody behind me. Those who are following me, those who are interested in me. So in actual sense, I want to show you how we serve hay. I think at this juncture, when I talk about hay, I think you people, you understand it very well. Hay, that is the semi-dried grass, which is baled or which is compacted together in a form like what you're seeing my goats are eating. So the reason why we do that, we want to overuse the soil. How is, if you let the grass grow, you cut it and let it regrow. Because if you don't cut it, that same place you cannot again harvest more other grasses. So better harvest it, then it regrows. So actually, after cutting it, you let it to semi-dry, and then after semi-drying, you bale it, you put it in a raised platform like a hay bank or the hay pen. So like now, we bring it and serve it to these animals. Just remember, I told you these are browsers. Browsing means eating on top or eating from up, or major goats feed on the leaves. So that's what they are doing. Those goats are not eating everything, but they are only eating more of the leaves. So you will find that they will eat all the leaves and then they will leave the straws. Yet for me, who made the bale, I want those animals to utilize the whole of the grass. I want them to eat the straw because it has nutrients. I want them to eat the leaves because it has the nutrients. So in this case, I'm losing a lot. You get? Like this is a production period. I told you my animals are all synchronized and they are supposed only to produce during this month, January, February, March and April. Just early April. So they started, I think in the background you see many kids. So far I think within a week I have over 60 kids, of which they are going to be multiplying. I do expect more other kids. I think at the end of the April I will be having maybe like around 400 kids even in other flocks. I think you can see even the ladies are dirty because of production. So this is how they feed it. So I lose a lot. What do I lose? Because they only pick the leaves. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is what I'm talking about. The whole of this, what you're seeing outside here, that would be eaten by these animals. But because they picked all the leaves and then they left the straws, so that is my loss. You get it? So I have another way how I have improvised how I can crush the whole of the hay. Then I mix in molasses. Then after mixing in molasses, I feed it to these animals in this system of feeding them in the traps. You bring the camera and then I show them the traps. Let's move. So these are the traps I'm talking about. I think you can see. Yeah? These are the traps. So in the traps, whatever you see here, this is silage, but I'm also going to mix in the chloris, which is crushed by the machine, and we are going to put it in the trap. In this case, a goat is allowed, or it will be stimulated to eat everything. So my dear, I'm going to show you the video how we are crushing that bale, and then I'm also going to show you how we are mixing in the molasses to sweeten and enrich the chloris, and then I'll show you how to serve it. So I think you people keep watching, you're going to see everything. So all of these guys, we have traps all over the house. So there is a trap there is a trap the other side, and then even those standing traps and bells. So the more traps you keep in your flock, the more animals they eat. Because if you put few, the giant will feed. So the inferiors will not. Thank you. Yeah, now what you're seeing, what he is pouring, that is what they call the molars. Molars come from the sugar. Those are the residues, I think, that come when they are making sugar. So that molars has many ingredients, and one of them, those are sugars, those are carbohydrates. They have energy, you get. So what we do, they sweeten this. This is the chloris that was in the bare form, the bell. It was crushed by this machine, and actually it's now in this kind of form. So that is what I was telling you, that we have to utilize everything. So we have crushed, these are straws and even the leaves. So we are putting on molars, we mix it together so that we sweeten it, and we are going to serve it to these animals, and they will eat the whole of this. The reason why we do this is because we want to utilize everything. We don't want to make losses. So now I think you can see, it's going to make like a cake, you get, which will be very sweet for the animals. I think you can see. So they are still pouring on, and this will be nice for the animals. So sometimes you can even pour it on in the evening, and even you pour on the molars, then you cover it in the night, then in the morning it should have softened, and then the animals can easily eat it. I told you, in this case, we are trying our best to make sure that we convince their brains and we create something nice for them that makes them eat more. So the more animals eat, the more money we gain. We get, like, for us, the farmers. So our work, our money is in the grass. So that is what we are trying to do. I think you have seen this, and I'm also going to give you a video when we are serving them and we are eating them. So I think you can even show them. This is how the concentrated molars looks like. You get? This is how it looks like. You can even taste it. It is sweet. You get? So now he's mixing in that, putting in water such that it's not that thick. You get? And he's now putting it on. We are going to keep changing it so that it is enough in it, and then these animals can eat it. So you people, it's just a matter of understanding the ideologies or the psychology of these animals. You can use anything you see on this earth as long as it's not toxic, and you can give it to your animal. Let it be the corns, let it be the stovers, the maize stovers, let it be any kind of grass you see there. Let it be a tree, as long as it's a legume. Actually, maybe a fodder tree, which has a lot of protein. It can also be fed to an animal. As long as you have the machine that can crush everything, you can feed those animals on anything. So we are mixing, we are going to add in more other molars, then we shall be serving them. I'm going to show you even the video when we are serving them. Thank you. So after mixing in the molars, I have now brought to serve them. So you see how these guys love it. They have already sensed the smell. You get? So what I'm going to do, I'll just keep serving some there so that they don't follow me a lot. You see the trouble I have? Now these guys are attacking me. So instead of only eating the leaves, they are going to even eating the whole, even the straws. So I serve and leave. So in this case, you find a goat, instead of taking a kilo, it will take a quarter, because it's more of a dry matter. So I'm serving hay. I'm serving hay that is made out of chloris, Guyana. I have crushed it with the machine, and I've put in a molars. I think you can see. So these guys are all smelling the smell of the molars. the guys are now following me in whichever traffic I go in. So you people, instead of doing business alone, let other people also learn it. And then you combine the knowledge.